no need to fix it. YRG basically locking in a draft that has almost a similar archetype as Game 1, but right now with a more robust formation.
Yeah, we saw it coming from a mile away. Yeah. The Lilia pick, you know, forcing SYS to decide, well, if you want the Barats, I've got Lilia to do with it. If you're not going to pick it, well, it's coming back home, and let's just run it back with the Barats front line. But I gotta say, Yoodo Red Giants, they look really, really good with this draft. A balance from a front to back. I think for Sson, there is still a way into it. We've seen that they can apply early game pressure onto the jungle of Yoodo Red Giants. So it remains to be seen whether or not they're gonna be doing that in Game 2.
It'll be pretty interesting though, because I think Sson, if they can take one game, I think that sets a precedent. Or repeat what they did with FCAT, right? Make YRG work for it. Game 2 is about to begin. Gonna load into the Land of Dawn. Potentially the last time for the series. So I'm gonna hand the mic to you both gentlemen. Jace, Aries, take it away.
Thank you very much, Husky. Of course, going to game number 2 right here. Sson backs against the walls, and they're facing up a very massive Titan colored in red, and they're looking for Son's blood on the battlefield.
Yeah, early game is all that matters at this point for Sson. You don't want to play on the back foot immediately. Look at the aggression they're trying to get, right? They tried to jump onto Stormy there, but it was actually Ra that got off worse of that engagement.
Not only just that, burns the flicker already. So that's one safety net from the side of Sson already eliminated, and that's juicy for Yoodo Red Giants.
Yeah, Boxy once again trying to punish Stormy here.
Sorry, I'm Felix. That's a flicker. Okay, 4-man right in the middle. Stormy gets taken out, and yeah, Sson's aggression still there in the early game.
Yoodo Red Giants, well, we've seen what happens when they have the front foot. Now, we also saw what happens when they're on the back foot. They have the means to recover, which was what happened in Game 1, and Sson, well, are the unfortunate party that experienced that. And I think coming into the second minute, as well as the turtles spawning in a couple, or rather under half a minute, I think for Yoodo Red Giants, the focus is about getting this Julian online. Sakai's already hitting that level 4, and it seems to also flick. So this is going to be a 50-50 fight. Now the question is, with Ra without that level 4 just yet, will they feel comfortable about going up against Yoodo Red Giants?
Yep, okay, Flick will be stepping forward just a little bit, takes a healthy chunk of damage away from Cram, and Stormy taking the long way around. But don't forget, you can also wave clear very quickly up top so that Stormy gets to go to level 4. But that first death, not too sure whether he'll be able to hit level 4 just yet. Sson already on the turtle pit, should be going over to them. Yoodo Red Giants for fitting that first turtle.
Yeah, Yums wasn't, ready for the fight at that point in time. Still no Yums in the picture. We spoke a lot about how Sakai has a very mean Julian in him, and Innocent on the other side, the late game. But like I said, the scaling, in my view, is slightly in the favor of Sson, but towards the late game when he scales towards the second turtle, I think this is where Yoodo Red Giants start to take over.
To add on to that point, Aries, like I'm seeing as well, Yoodo Red Giants are a little bit more flexibility. Don't forget, their roster allows them to disengage and engage at the same time. Sson, however, once they get engaged upon, they need to go and commit, and there's not a lot of ways for them to disengage. They can only run away with Flick, they can only run away with Run. They probably have to sacrifice Boxy.
Yeah, but Sson, they're trying so hard. We spoke about them trying to find Innocent. They went to the bot lane, couldn't really find him. Perfect positioning.
Boxy pinning 2 members from the side of Yoodo Red Giants. Hira landing down the Eternal Guard as well. Lots of damage. Immediately bursting down. Some Sukis right there falling to the ground.
Yoodo Red Giants once again on the back foot. Sson doing the best to keep up with the snowball. It's not huge, just under 1,000 in the head of Sson, so I'm pretty sure they want to start targeting those objectives. But before they do that, they have to secure the second turtle. We spoke about Son's playstyle. They love this early aggressions to give themselves the lead and try to snowball once they get those 2 turtles. Well, they've managed to get one. The second one is going to be super important. This is where we start to see Sson convert back into their usual rotations of that 4-1 that we mentioned.
Yoodo Red Giants, do they contest that turtle though? I don't think they're online as of yet. They need Innocent, they need Sakis to also start to pick up that kill. Boxy just pinning them right there at the right time, but hold on a second, that's the Barats that we're talking about in the game number 1. It's already stomping towards the turtle pit.
Cram now starting to rotate. We talked about this. The Barrage now caught into action. Does See You Soon have the damage to deal with this Barrage? I think at this point they do.
That's also going to be a bouncing ball as well. Yums doesn't really care. Second stepping forward. Boxy gets caught up in all the damage. Flick tried to output the damage. Doesn't connect. Daytona's warp already committed by Cram. Will be able to land on to Boxy. Boxy gets Boxon down by the side of the Yoodo Red Giants. It is still stepping forward as well. Run also takes down Cram. The turtle completely forgotten. Run tries to run for Innocent. The Lycan Pounce will be able to take him down. And the turtle right here. The turtle pit. Flick taking that away. Flick will be able to also take down Sikis as well. A 2-for-1 kind of thing, deal, but also not only just that, picking up another double kill as well. Flick is online right now. See You Soon. That snowball is an avalanche.
Perfect execution by See You Soon there. You ask, right, is it enough? Is it enough to take down the Barrage? And I said yes, because at this point the Barrage hasn't gotten the items in. He's just managed to complete the Thunder Belt, so it's not like he's skilled into this late game monster just yet. And I think this is the opportunity, the window opportunity for SYS to abuse. They started off by taking out Cram, and then they went for the backline, and I think it's perfect. This is what you want to do when you have a draft like a Roger, like a Nolan. You want to be constantly looking for those pickups.
Yep, those pickups really hurt you, the Red Giants, in a very bad way. Gold lead swinging in the favor of the side of See You Soon. You, the Red Giants, they just need to hold. I love the fact they called down Cram, but it's still not enough.
Yeah, it's slightly different from game 1. Like we saw when Cram rotated down, it was different because there was an Arlot. The Arlot couldn't clear as quickly as Combat. But now with an Edith, the things change, right? Now Edith is kind of like the frontliner. She's way tankier as compared to the Arlot. You know, the ultimate is not something like a final slash where you have to commit and then go into team fight. You can always hold it off. What's really important for her is that she has the onward to act as a second initiator, but it doesn't really put her in a tough spot.
Yep, not only just that, the ultimate as well. That gives her a second life to continue fighting as well. Jokes on you for the side of you, the Red Giants. And speaking about jokes, Boxy, that's not really funny. If you're cheering for you, the Red Giants right now, Boxy jumping in, but Yums should be able to get on away. Eternal Guard stepping forward, but the members of you, the Red Giants, they don't want to commit to this fight.
Yeah, wise choice coming out for you, the Red Giants. I think even more disciplined choice coming from See You Soon not to, press the issue. At the end of the day, they were here for the bottom tier 1. Now, you, the Red Giants, very good adjustment to realize that and say, hey, let's just try to get the middle turret as an exchange. But Nolan's there. Nolan's going to be able to clear that wave up just before the second turtle.
Yep, good trades coming up.
One,
yeah, I mean, you, the Red Giants, they tried, right? But now you See You Soon, because they cracked open bottom, they have solid control of this turtle pit right here. You, the Red Giants, don't even want to get close at all. They need to find wins elsewhere on the map.
And, well, fine. I think Moskov is doing the absolute right thing, right? We spoke about Innocent trying to find farm across the map, trying to find the space to get those goals, and it's immediately going top. And See You Soon, they recognize it. They know that they have crashed this Moskov, which they nearly do. In the nick of time, the recall comes back. Well, a little bit unfortunate for See You Soon, but for you, the Red Giants, this is tough because you want to get Innocent in positions to farm, but with See You Soon being so attentive across the map, they will be able to step them down. But on the other side, it's actually Sakai's that finds the bottom tier 1.
Yeah, mid lane fight already committing as well. Boxy jumping to the backside, trying to cat onto Stormy. Stormy laying down the bombs, but Cram will get sacrificed over the Eternal Guard. Also, just loads of damage from the side of Run. Will be able to scratch down Stormy as well. Run goes in for the Lycan Pounce as well. He wants 1v1 against Innocent, and Run still managed to get away with it. Mid lane crack open. Members from RRG already going down.
So stark difference in game 1 and game 2. It's like SYS had a breath of fresh air, and I gotta say, it doesn't even seem like they changed their playstyle. It's very similar. It's just that the heroes that they picked enabled them to take this early games fight, right? Back then in game 1, they had the Link. This time around it's Nolan, and what stark difference does this make? He's already picked up the Hunter Strike so that he can rotate faster across the map. He's got Sky Piercer, and now he's also got a Malefic Roar to deal with the Barats and the Ruby. So this is fantastic. This is the scaling that See You Soon were looking for. On top of it all, the Vexana also picked up the Glowing Wand. So, there is the reduced regeneration against this Ruby.
Not only just the Ruby, the Barats as well to a certain extent, right? You want to try to make sure that he sustains in the fight. Great Dragon Spear also being secured by Run. Goes into Lycan, the Lycan form. He's going to just run you down. You, the Red Giants, though, what is their answer? This 6.4k ahead, behind. They need to find farm elsewhere, but where do they find it?
I think it's the exact position that Sson were in game 1. You know, you're trying to look for pockets of space so that the Moskov can farm. At the same time, you have this Julian that's constantly making the most out of what he can. Because if you go into a team fight now as a Julian, when you're so behind, it's just sweet side. So he's trying to push out the side lanes and then try to hopefully join the rest of his team for a huge team fight. And I think they have an answer in the Ruby. If he can pull off one good I'm offended, this could put Yoodo Red Giants in the front foot if they can burst someone down fast enough.
Yep, looking dire though. Mid, the Lord marching down mid. You look at the kill score as well. 11-1. Team Cambodia team is just rolling in kills right now. Yoodo Red Giants though has to defend against this upcoming onslaught. The members, Sakis is not around there, however, just trusting Lilia to kind of hold on, but Boxy charging it up just slightly. So-called teamwork will be committed, but okay, ultimate from the side of the Moscow will be landed, pushing it away. Yoodo Red Giants defend against the Impeccable.
Given that this is only the first lot, I think this is fantastic about Sson. They take out nearly all the outer turrets. I believe they shoot at the top. But before that...
Boxy will be pinning Yums all the way. It gets away back to safety. That's also innocent. Daytona's welcome activated as well. Will be able to swallow up. Boxy gets taken down by the side of Stormy. Stormy letting out the damage. Sorry, Felix going down next. Sekis as well, coming for a nice flank. Yoodo Red Giants, just a breath of fresh air for them.
Yeah, Cram starting to become that big boy, the front line that they need in this barrage. And this is about the timer that we spoke of. Sson, they were on a timer. Once Cram becomes tanky, they can't abuse that power spike that they had in the early stage of the game.
Run. Goes into Lycan form. Cram forced the flicker as well, but he will be finding Sekis. And also, not only just that, he has to use his own flicker as well with the threat of the Spear of Destruction by Innocent. Sson has to back away. Yoodo Red Giants regaining space.
Gosh, just look at that. You can look at the gold leaderboard. The Moskov is slowly starting to catch up. He's turning the farm right now. Julian just slightly behind him, and understandably so, because this Julian hasn't had the power spike that he's wanted early in the game, and that's partially due to Son's management of the early game. They knew that they could take these fights. They had to find the barrage early in the game, but now situations have changed, right? Because Sson has no longer has the advantage that they had in terms of being able to burst down these barrages as quickly. However, they are still up ahead in goal. So I think if they find those good pickoffs on the Moskov or the Julian, they can make things work.
Yoodo Red Giants playing as if they don't have that 7k deficit. Just starting to just try to regain as much ground as possible. Sekis, has been around the side lanes, just being a bandit against Sson, taking away turrets, and that's working very well for Yoodo Red Giants. Sson, this massive death ball, they need to pay attention to the side lanes. If not, Yoodo Red Giants will steal away a win.
Yeah, Julian just managed to pick up the concentrated energy just earlier, and I think this is good. This is the sustain that Yoodo Red Giants want to do.
Okay.
But because sustain
as well, but will not be able to sustain as well. Cram tried to just outlive all the damage, but Flick pouring the damage down, force feeding Cram, and now it's going to be Yoodo Red Giants taking one loss. But hold on a second, Innocent is not there. He's all the way up top. Sson will focus on the Lord instead.
Yeah, Yoodo Red Giants making the most of what they lost. They know this lot is out of contention, so Innocent just doing his best and throwing a Hail Mary, hoping to steal the lot there, but it's not meant to be. Good cover by members of Sson and very well aware about where the Moskov was. Now the question is, with this enhanced lot marching down Yoodo Red Giant base, can Sson even enter it? Because you have the Ruby, you have the barrage. If you overextend your welcome, or if you're in a bad positioning, you get a bad team fight. So I think the key here is Boxy. His timing as a Kufa has to be impeccable. He cannot just jump in, afford to get caught up, and if there's no follow-up for the rest of the team, it could be a punish that Sson don't want to give over to YRG.
Yep, Stormy as well. Don't forget, those bombs is just going to land out so much damage and provide so much wave clear as well. And Yoodo Red Giants does have the mechanism to kind of hold people there, but hold on a second, Cram getting a little bit more damage from the side of Flake. Boxy jumping in. Is this the timing though? He gets stopped now just a little bit, but he's left alone right here. Boxy is swallowing all the damage, but Stormy will get assassinated and deleted. Sson now pressing on the metal and trying to push down and trying to win this game number 2 for the side of Sson, equalizing the series.
Boy, oh boy, did we see this coming? No, we didn't. Sson, they managed to get a game against Yoodo Red Giants. Just when we thought that all hope was lost after the draft was completed, Sson put on a masterclass on how to recover from game 1 loss. They revamped their draft, they inserted Nolan in, no more links, you know, let's get the high octane early game under our belt, and they completed their revenge, or at least half of the revenge so far against Yoodo Red Giants.
Absolutely, and it kind of ties back to what you established early on, right? A draft that has a lot more damage in that mid game, a draft that can spike a lot earlier, and at the same time still retain the personality of we can go aggressive early.
Not as
as well. The percentage hate
again, just not allowing to scale with the Thunder Belt. And I think this is the answer. When there's a Barrage on the other side, you're on a bit of a timer. And I think See You Soon have managed to find the answer to that.
Well, I feel like the Edith as well. The percentage HP damage against the Barats is wonderful, right? Barats doesn't look really scary anymore. I thought YRG was able to hold down the fort at the very least with the Lilia. Stormy, all eyes are on him to basically wave clear and burst down the wave as quickly as possible. But See You Soon doesn't really care. Once Stormy gets taken down by Nolan, by Flick, that's their mission accomplished. That is basically their victory march into the base.
I think on top of that, there's also one crucial drafting decision that SYS did that really made life very easy. The ban on Aurora, right? 4th ban on that blue side, really making sure that if we want to go high octane, we need to make sure there are no tempo breakers.
Yep.
Sure, there's still the Ruby, there's still the Barrage, but it's a lot more manageable, right? There's not like a tempo breaker with a burst damage and invulnerability didn't exist for YRG. SYS amping up the metal and securing themselves, like you mentioned, another chance in the series.
Yeah, and remember what we talk about, See You Soon. There's nothing left to lose. A cornered animal is the most dangerous animal. If you guys actually listen to some of what the wise people do say, See You Soon definitely a very dangerous animal in this particular game. Man, YRG definitely got caught off guard. I thought they could, you know, they have some form of disengage. They have that safety net, but there's no way safe in See You Soon side of the draft.
Before we review the MVP screen, I feel like Flick here is the MVP, right? Constantly being able to rotate across the map, find those pickoffs on Cram before he comes online. But an unsung hero is actually going to be Boxy. You gotta give a mention to him. His ability to land those Tyrant's Revenge into the Tyrant's Rage to find, you know, members on the side of YRG sets up these pickoffs that SYS desperately needed in the early game. Remember, we talked about SYS being on a timer. When Cram on this Barrage scales out of control, this is where the problem comes. But SYS didn't have to worry about that. They managed to shut that early game down, scale out of control. They were very disciplined across the map, and look at this gold graph and EXP graph. Everything in the favor of See You Soon.
Absolutely. And like you mentioned, Aries, MVP for game number 2, none other than Flick. The kid on the block, 9-0-4 on this Nolan. Just completely decked out, right? Just got that first blood onto Stormy in under a minute in See You Soon's fashion and just got out.